Okay, I'm going to carry on just doing some development in Cursor. So just as an explanation, I'm building an AI adoption maturity assessment that will go onto my website, and it will help a senior leader to answer some questions and get some guidance about how to drive AI adoption across their organization. At the moment, I've just got four main screens that someone goes through, and then they get to a report. So, firstly, I'm just going to get a new feature branch set up. Can you set up a new feature branch in GitHub called Feature Assessment Results? And just get this how I want it. So I'm using the Composer agent here, and it's got access to my GitHub repository. I'm going to create a new, so we're on development at the moment, but I want to create a new one. So now we've switched to feature assessment results. And I'm just going to add the changes that we've currently got in the environment, the local environment. We're going to push those. I just made a couple of changes before we started this video. And then we're going to push that to the remote branch. Okay, so now we're working on feature assessment results, and I've just pushed a couple of the changes that I have got there. So then the next thing I want is that there are 4 cards that someone goes through, and before they get their results, I want to give them the opportunity to provide a bit of information about themselves so that they can get a benchmark result. So if they're a certain size of company in a certain industry. So let's go to the assessment flow. When the user has completed going through the 4 sections of the assessment, before they go to get their results, I'd like to give them the opportunity to provide a bit of personal information or about their organization so that they can get benchmarked results as well. So can we give them an option to, would you like to provide some additional details in order to benchmark your results against similar companies? And if they select yes to that, then can we provide some options about the number of employees, the industry that they're in, the role that this individual has, and the country that their organization is headquartered in. So I submit that. I'll help you create a new component for collecting benchmark information and integrate it into the flow before showing the final results. First, let's create the benchmark information component. And so the agent is just cracking on with that. Okay, it's creating a new component over on the left. Now let's update the assessment flow component to include this new step. Okay, now importing that. Now let's update the assessment results component to show the benchmark comparisons when available. We have not set up a database in the back end yet to store the results, but we will do that in a future step. Okay, some errors coming through, but the agent will pick them up. Let's not commit these changes yet. Let's fix the errors first. Actually, if I just accept that. Okay. Now let's update the display. Okay, but I don't want to commit them yet. 1 second. Well, let's commit those changes. Accept. No, let's not push those changes yet. Okay, let's refresh. Okay, so here we go. Answer a few questions. Next section. Next section. People and change. Yeah. Next section. Use case development. Okay, complete the assessment. So now we've got a new screen. Benchmark your results. Would you like to provide additional details to benchmark your results against similar companies? Yes, I'd like to see how we compare. No, just show me my results. Yes, I would. Okay, number of employees, industry, your role, C-suite executive, organization's headquarters, United States, view results, overall maturity level, benchmark comparisons. Okay, this is new. So for the country, for the role, for the industry, for the company size. Okay, I like it. I like it. Okay, but everything's a bit pink, a bit black here at the moment. And so I want to update our style. So can you update the styling of our application to our brand color, which is hashtag FA26A0. That's FA26A0. Okay, so it's going to just go and change some of the styling. We've got Tailwind, which is our styling components. Now let's update our components to use this brand color. All right. Okay. Okay, that's quite nice. Let's add a dark grey background to the pages so that the cards pop out from the background. Okay, that's looking good. And then I'm just going to try and drag this across onto this screen. Just get ready for that to work. Okay, I'm not committing these every time. Can you take this logo and put it up in the top right of the header next to AI maturity assessment? I've not done logos with that before, so let's see if it's going to add that into the public files. Now we need to make sure it's available in the public directory. We've got the public directory already. Let me just say stop, add. Yeah, I think we need to copy the link, copy the path. We already have a public directory. Let me help you save the logo to the existing one. So is that file in there yet? No, I can't see it. I don't see the logo file I uploaded in the public folder. Where has it gone? Okay. Let me move a copy of that over. And the public folder is here, and I have a copy of this. So I'm just going to drop it. I'm on my other screen. There we go. Drop it in. So now it appears. Okay, and I can mention it now. So here it is. I can see it. It wants to create it as an SVG. I'm happy for it to do what it wants. Now let's update the page. Okay, I don't like that. Can you use the original PNG rather than changing the format? It is here. Okay, right. It is here. All right, there we go. That's what I wanted. Okay, and this is looking nice. Okay, I want to make a few more changes. Can we change the title of the thing to AI Adoption Maturity Assessment? Can we reduce the size slightly of the header text? And can we make the background a little bit lighter gray? It looks quite black at the moment. More like a slate gray. Okay, so just some tweaks to the look and feel. Okay, changing the title, AI Adoption Maturity Assessment, got slightly grey. Right, next thing I want to do, I've got some scoring that I want to use. So I'm going to add in a new document here, new file, scoring methodology.md. And I'm just going to copy this from here. Right, copy the contents straight in. Right, here is the scoring methodology. Overview, critical rules, category scoring. Okay, so now I'm going to mention this. Where am I? Scoring methodology. Here is the scoring methodology. I would like you to use this in your calculations for the final assessment results. Can you update what you're doing so far? So this basically, I've created this scoring methodology for each question. What should be the relative weighting so that certain things drive the responses. Let me analyze the current implementation, make the necessary changes. Let me help you to update the scoring calculations to match the detailed methodology. I'll update the assessment results, TSX, which is this one here. So this is where all of those calculations are. Okay, I've successfully updated the scoring methodology, following all these rules. Lovely. So I'm just going to accept all the files, accept everything. Okay, now let me just refresh this. So let's have a look. So AI access and tools, we've rolled out that. Lovely. Oh, I should probably answer some so that I'm actually doing the scoring correctly. Next page. We've done that. That should be a single choice, not okay. So I need to fix that. Percentage rate, I want that to be a slider. Okay, we need to fix that as well because that rolls onto the different card. Use case development. Complete the assessment. No, just show me the results for now. View results. Okay, so now the scoring should be correct. We have not got our download report yet. Okay, so with some advice there. Okay, so there were a few things that we need to see there. So let's refresh. So firstly, okay, in the governance and policy card, the first two questions should only have a single answer, so maybe radio buttons rather than a checkbox. Also, the last question, how would you best describe your AI policy, should be, oh no, that is already. So that's just going to update that. Okay, let's change those. So now also, let me take that's still working, but let me take a screenshot of that. And I'm going to just drag that into here for when this is finished. It's still working. So it's updating because it could be quite simple to say, right, I just want to change that to a single option rather than multiple, but then it drives all of the scoring and it knows that and it's going off and doing all of the changes in the background. Okay, so I'm just going to accept all of those. I'll come back to those errors in a moment. On the governance and policy page, you can see in this image that the card with the questions is extending beyond the page container. How do you suggest we handle this? Should we split the governance and policy questions into two cards? Based on the image in the current implementation, I can see that the governance and policy section has become quite lengthy with its 4 questions. Rather than splitting into multiple cards, which might disrupt the visual flow, I suggest we make the following adjustments. Add a scrollable. Okay, lovely. Okay. So now you scroll within that. Okay, that works well. Can we extend the the page down because currently the previous section and next section buttons still overlap the bottom of the container. Here I'm asking questions that I don't even know that I'm saying the right thing, but I'll adjust the layout to ensure the navigation buttons don't overlap the card content. Okay. I'm taking another picture. I still see this white section at the bottom. I'm not sure how you describe the main background of the page, but can that extend a little bit further down? Let me refresh. Okay. So I've got that. Lovely. Next section. No, it's still, yeah. Please, can you expand the background to go further down the page, as we still see white sections below the or alongside the previous and next section buttons. Okay, I'm going to keep tweaking on this separately. But for now, let us say, okay, I am now going to finish this coding session. Can you summarize what we have worked on in this session and create a new docs file which details all of the changes that we have made so that I can add them into a future pull request? And this is one of the lovely things of using Composer, is that it knows what we've been working on. And so here comes this new file. Okay, and it should be in docs. Session changes. This session focused on improving the layout and user experience of the AI maturity. We changed some things to the governance section layout. Added in the navigation button improvements. We did a page layout enhancement. Type system updates, technical details. These are the files that we modified. We've changed some types. We've done some visual changes. And this is what we might want to work on next time around. Fantastic, thank you. Can we now commit these changes and then push them to the feature assessment results branch? Okay, add these changes. And let's just git push origin, feature assessment results. Added all the modified files, and so that's now in GitHub and available for me when I want to start again later on. So hopefully that gives you a good little insight into how I'm working with Cursor. I'm talking to it using a little app called Whisper, which allows me to just talk and say what I want. I'm able to see those changes in real time on the left, and I haven't had to write one line of code or fix one error because Cursor is doing that for me. Good luck, enjoy, and hopefully that was helpful.